working towards social and economic empowerment of women entrepreneurs. I'm very glad today coming, and this will be my 5th edition of ABWCI Dialogue, bringing new faces, new voices, new leaders from across the world. And I'm really happy that our mission is being really, it's so impactful, and we are trying to create a whole ecosystem of collaborative women entrepreneurs who are coming and to engage, to network, identify, and leverage market opportunities globally. ABWCI's vision is to nurture and provide an enabling environment for women in business to build a sustainable and better future. I'm very honored to host 2 very successful business leaders from Malaysia today, and more about, because as we are moving, we have now in 23 countries, and as we are moving day by day, we are increasing not only in our countries, but also very, very strong women are joining us worldwide. Now about the dialogue, ABWCI Dialogues, which we started. It's a chat series. It's a candid chat series to create productive space that invites key stakeholders to this ecosystem. Women in business, industry experts, talking about their ideas, journeys, experiences, and the challenges. ABWCI recognizes 4 big challenges faced by women, such as access to market, access to finance, access to technology, and access to entrepreneurial ecosystem. The conversation aims to create an environment addressing these challenges to get deeper insights into our speakers' entrepreneurial journey and their key takeaways, including their lives, how they have started. And we will make it very, very interesting, because when you hear the story of our strong women entrepreneurs, you will be really amazed what challenges they have faced. Now about our 2 women and 2 women leaders on the screen. Ambassador Camilla is a self-made, successful serial entrepreneur with 2 decades of operational and management expertise. She's a founder of Root Farmers. They help business owners accelerate in marketing their products professionally by using a specially designed original system in word of mouth marketing. And just to correct, and give emphasis, she 2 decades is in building capacity of women entrepreneurs. 2 decades more has been on making large businesses. So I can say 2 + 2, 4 decades of experience as such. Sabrina, our country president of Malaysia, charismatic communicator with magnetic personality. Her track record is over 30 years in spearheading new market expansion and has allowed to build professional network across the globe. And I'm very glad and honored to host you today and to see that you have joined us and you are blessing us with your great powers in Malaysia and also in the entire Mekong region. So welcome, Sabrina, welcome, Camila, to this show, which is ABWCI Dialogues. This is the 5th edition, and I'm very happy to host you both. So to start with, Ambassador Camila, when I met you recently, it was so great to see you really in real life, because you are so full of life, full of energy, and you are inspiring. You have inspired so many women entrepreneurs across the world. But, how did you start as a young girl? If we can, hear your story from a young girl and today, as you are inspiring and helping and really working with millions of women entrepreneurs worldwide. So what's your story, and what's your, how did you make it to this level?
Mr. Paru, thank you so much for having me on this platform. I'm so excited to share the story. Everybody has a story, and I too have a story. And today the story is about entrepreneurship. I was reflecting on this point because it's been a long time for decades has been a long time, and you're trying to recollect, when did I really start entrepreneurship? No one can actually prepare themselves for entrepreneurship, let's be honest, because it comes in different shapes and size, and it goes to different people with different experiences. And when I started entrepreneurship, actually, I didn't even know I was starting a business or I was interested in a business. I was just in my U days. I was in the university, and all we were doing was exchanging, trading, they call it, meaning I have a product, you like it, you pay me for it, and that's it. So that was my taste. I liked the taste of money at that time because we were students. We were looking for extra income. Any income is good income. So we enjoyed it. I think that was the thing that sparked me off in entrepreneurship. But having said all this, I wanted to share this, that in our days, today is all about technology. You can press a button and you find out everything about a specific subject in entrepreneurship. But the days when we started, there was no button to press. Okay, so we came from the School of Knox, and I've got a degree in street smart. I think most of us have this degree because we all in those days did not have any kind of business education. Those were the wayward days. I mean, we were just like, okay, we got to survive, we got to eat. So the only democratic thing to do, the liberal thing to do, the independent thing to do, because you're young and you were free-spirited, you wanted to be free, you didn't want to work with anybody, which is what I didn't want. And so I decided to embrace entrepreneurship. It was my teacher, actually, believe me. For many people today, business is not, you don't look at business as a teacher, but in those days, business was our teacher because we had no other teachers. We did not enter university, there was no coach, nothing. So the business itself was our teacher. And I remember we were taught how to be rude, how to be arrogant, how to make money and take that opportunity and try to use people as much as we can. And we were taught things that we were not supposed to do. But having said that, that was our teacher. So we embraced that. But having again said that, on the hindsight, business taught me humility, taught me humbleness, taught me discipline, taught me commitment, taught me how to, my word is as good as gold. Believe me, you cannot press any button today to find this. And this is what my takeaway from being an entrepreneur. I think I would, if I had to live a second life, I think I would not exchange it for anything except to be an entrepreneur.
Amazing, amazing. That's Ambassador Camilla. I think what you said is so right, because I'm entrepreneur myself, and I know that each passing day you learn so much, because when you're meeting people, you're doing business, you learn every day how to negotiate, how to maneuver, what to say, what not to say, what will sell, what not will sell, and I think people with this kind of a skill, which I've seen with you, Camilla, it's amazing, because not only you have survived, you have done exceedingly very well in your life, and you are teaching and also building capacities of women worldwide. So really great to hear your this entire compassionate story about the teaching of business. Now I want to go to Sabrina. Sabrina, when it comes to you as the background you came from, an entrepreneur you are, then also I know that you did a lot of work on not only on petrochemicals and also on petroleum, natural gas, and other things. What's your story? How you started and you came in this field?
Thank you, Mr. Paru, and also good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. I would like to share that my journey came when I was born. I'm actually the third generation in entrepreneurship. I started my grandfather from China, and then he started his business in Indonesia and Malaysia. My both parents are business person. So quite automatically, I'm actually brought in to learn from them, to observe. There are many hard knock cases that my parents would allow us to go into so that we are not spoiled. So from there, we learn daily, and then we also learn differently how we, like what Madam Kem just mentioned, that the word is humanity, and also how to respect people around us. These are all very, very good learning that I have other than my school, So these are things that can mold me to become a different type of entrepreneur, able to be in empathy, able to negotiate, able to be in listening ear to actually know that where are the opportunity and where are the things that we can actually share with others. So I must thank my parents and my grandparents for giving us a chance to be the third generation business, where it will go for the fourth and fifth and continue all our generation, where young people are allowed to take the opportunity to create, to make mistake, and also to learn, so that they are not having the word fear. They will have more of courageous, brave, and then are able to touch things that they have never touched before, meaning the topics that they wanted to conquer. So this is how I actually go through the journey. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Paru.
Very, very good. I think Sabrina is so good. What you spoke makes so much sense. And I feel that being fearless and to try new things is what the life of an entrepreneur. I was reading some time back. I said, I get so many ideas. And I said, when these ideas come in, I always think of starting something and doing something and, all that. So it says that leaders, entrepreneurs always ideate. And when they make ideas, they bring ideas, they then, try to help managers understand those ideas. And that happens because you always think, you ideate, you feel that this is possible. And that's why you become a dreamer. And that's what, all entrepreneurs are. We are all dreamers, and we feel that this is possible. And today what's happening, and Ambassador Camilla can talk about the whole ecosystem of women entrepreneurs, what she's doing with her, current organization. So Ambassador Camilla, do you want to talk about your current organizations and how you are creating the whole ecosystem for women? That would be inspiring a lot of women worldwide.
I like the word idea that you came out with. And then you said that, a lot of entrepreneurs are dreamers, but ideas make money. Without ideas, there's no money. You cannot create a business because there is no idea. So it's a good word. Yeah, today from Root Warmers, we have actually, gone on to build another organization called Referral Works. This is actually adopted. Some of the components of this particular program is to teach people or educate people on how to actually get qualified referrals. It has been proven to us many a times in the past when when people did receive referrals in our organization. It was it can be as small as a minimum of 30% of increase in business, and it can run into millions when you have the right referral, because one referral can actually change your whole life. It has been proven again and again. So right now we are just about to be launching next month on referrals, where everybody, should learn, because this is the new marketing option, the new marketing tool that should be included into your marketing, department, because we actually create a difference. We want you to experience the difference when you use referrals. So this is the next community that we are launching on. And this is going to be global, because I think many people understand or they know about word of mouth marketing and referrals, but not many know how to do it independently by themselves. So this is what we are actually planning to do. Now we are talking about ecosystem, and I believe no man is an island. This particular point, no man is an island, it was applicable once upon a time because there was no competition. But today, with the onslaught of business growth, everybody understands, acknowledges that business is another way of making and earning money. There is a, what do you call it, a flood of people doing business. So the ecosystem has changed. Now, when we talk about ecosystem, you have to understand that it actually, when I heard the word for the first time, I know it actually, what do you call it, it goes together with environment. And in the environment, as we all know, this is not hypothetical, this is really real, where there is, once there is an imbalance in the ecosystem of the world, the whole world also will experience a complete imbalance in many areas of life. So the same, I think, concept applies to business. Once a business ecosystem, when you do not maintain the balance, and there is no sustenance, and you are not, because the minute you cannot maintain, you cannot sustain. And this is where we need to actually look and explore other areas of conducting our business. And I look at it as more, today's ecosystem has got to be collaborative, working together for a purposeful business arrangement. Create that ecosystem, create that culture, and collective value adding to each other. This is no more, it's all about me, but I think it's about everybody. In this way, we will be able to create a balance in the business ecosystem. If everybody work together, we use the word teamwork, or everybody knows this word, but I think you need more than teams. Countries have to work together, populations have to work together, communities have to work together, because the minute there is an imbalance, like the ecosystem of environment, we will also experience the same. So the minute we have a challenge like COVID, inflation, recession, immediately we are affected. So in time to come, we want to be that strong that when these things, these challenges come across, we are still standing and and moving forward, irrespective of the challenges that the world will face. So the business ecosystem has to be so powerful. And I think at the crux of it, women should be the moving force behind it.
Very well said, very well said. I think what is happening is that a lot of people don't really understand that the whole ecosystem, which you said, the environment, very rightly, you need the air, water, the soil, you need all ingredients to plant a tree. Similarly, entrepreneurship, if we have to promote more women or to come forward and to work together and to create wealth, they will need finances, they will need the marketing support, they need the referral support, they will need mentorship support, they need a lot of support, and that is what is needed to create an enabling environment. When there is no enabling environment, what you see in some parts of the world, in Africa, where there is collapsing of the government, there is no mentorship, the aspiration of the youth, what they do is they leave the country and they go somewhere else where they get that kind of aspirational value or aspiration as aspirational ecosystem where they can grow. So that's what I'm saying, that this is really important from that perspective. And what I saw in Malaysia recently on my visit, I'm very glad, not only you, but I saw there is a very high energy and potential of youth who are interested in business, and they are interested to see that they want to do something which is brighter, better, and very impactful as such. So I'm really kudos to your country that Malaysia is doing so well, and Malaysia has brought in so much value as such from that side. So Sabrina, my next question is to you. What do you see the missing links between the ecosystem as of now in Malaysia? Do you see that something is missing, or you feel that you have everything, but the thinking is mentorship, or you don't have good mentors to support as such? This is more of a candid discussion. That's why sometimes my questions are also I'm giving clues on these aspects. Yeah.
Thanks for your question, because to us it's like when you mentioned the word coaching, mentoring, and also lead by example. These are all very, very crucial. So now when ABWCI come to Malaysia, it gave us the privilege and the platform to share with our entrepreneurs, the up and coming and those seasoned entrepreneurs, to know that there is a virtual platform plus an actual platform, which is going to happen in Kuala Lumpur, KLCC Convention Center next year. We are hosting it together with our headquarter, Mr. Paru, and the team, and many presidents around the world, and all the global ambassadors from around the world, to know that mentoring, coaching, and lead by example is the keyword to all our success. Because when we can handheld our B40, or we can handheld all our ladies entrepreneurs, so it makes a huge difference. Our history goes as back as 5,000 years. All the time, it has been the gentleman who is actually in the market, in the trading field. So we became slightly later than the gentleman. So nevertheless, I must thank Mr. Paru for giving us this platform to able to let more women at this moment come in together to make an impact to themselves, make a big difference to their household, and also make a big challenges to the country to actually propel the whole economy. That part, I'm my gratitude to you.
Yeah. Great, Sabrina. I think what you spoke, yes, the world has changed, and people have to realize that, men, if you look at 100 years back, 200 years back, you will see, men used to go out in terms of travel different countries. They used to, be out of the house and all that. World is changing. We are talking about an equal world where, there is equality, there is, social justice, there we are talking about, equal opportunities and all different, words which I can use. But the thinking is, in the nutshell, and at the grassroots, what are we looking at? We are looking at more representation of women in the whole, businesses, and also to see that they should be wealth creators. They should employ more women. They should employ more men, I'm saying, on that. And also, as you know, I always feel that in this equal world, there should be more. When we are talking about, we met, great people who are from different other communities to come together and to work as such. So this is what the life is all about, and we have to do from that side. Now this section, the next section or the next question is, I want to talk about trade between, your region, because as you see, 3 hours you are in Singapore and Malaysia are like sister countries. So Malaysia is there, then you have other countries which are in and around all that. What do you, this question is for Ambassador Camilla, what do you feel that is there enough happening in terms of when it comes to trade between the countries or exposure between countries? Are we learning from each other, or are we are not? And this question is you to answer that, because you have so much of experience, that how is it happening in between the states or between the countries? Sorry.
I'm an advocate for cross-border trade, because after being an entrepreneur for a long time, also like you, Mr. Paru, business does not recognize boundaries. Okay, as long as there is a business in any country today, you can travel, or forget traveling, you can always go and Google. You're always on the laptop. Things can be closed, deals can be done. nowadays using this kind of technology. So maybe we're talking about cross-border, it sounds like we have to move from here to there. No, not necessarily. But I think, our region, I personally, I encourage members and friends to go and see beyond Malaysia, because we are looking for opportunities. Okay, a lot of people feel that we have not tapped enough the country internally. But as I said, business comes in all shapes and sizes. And if it has to come from China, then I do it with China. I do it with any country that I want to do business. You can't be picky, especially today. It has to be a two-way traffic for all countries. We cannot be selfish. We should open up, and scale businesses, because today the competition is no more local, it's global. I think post-COVID has taught us this, and I think we should wake up and realize that it's no more the same rules. The rules have changed. And this is why I believe in ABWCI. I like what you're trying to do what you're doing in terms of opening borders for all women. I think this is one gender that needs a lot of push, a lot of drive. But believe me, we are the most courageous out of the two. When push comes to shove, women, they step up, you know what I mean? If the children are at risk, we women, we are the first to defend, So this is where I think I will never underrate a woman. I think
more power to all my women leaders and to you to see that, because what you're saying is making sense, because reason being that you have the courage and you take decisions. And I can talk about a study. There was a global study which was taken. 78% of domestic decisions are taken by women. Men do not take decision when it comes to domestic decisions. Means that what car to buy, what clothes to wear, all different kinds of decisions as such. What we are trying to do is we are learning from this. The learning has to be that transforming those 78 domestic decisions to 78% of industrial business decisions should be taken from by women. And that's what the dream I have, that the day will come when women will have not only equal representation, equal right, or not only on labor force, but also on income and wealth and prosperity. And that's what the thinking is. Now coming to Sabrina from this perspective, do you really feel that from this entire thinking about bringing in more women into not only as members but also women as businesses has really transformed Malaysia?
I myself, being an entrepreneur and also involved in quite a number of associations for women, I believe that when we are together, we are stronger. And when we are together, we are able to achieve more. So to me, it's surely a very, very good time, especially after COVID, that we know the impact. We know the impact of togetherness. We know the impact that we can work things differently. That's why, nevertheless, 2023, please come to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, KLCC Convention Center, to get what you want and to be inspired, to touch, move, and inspired by the event, in order you can bring all what you have learned or you gathered back to your country. Remember, come to Malaysia 2023. We will be there waiting for you.
And then I also want to say very, very clearly what Sabrina and Ambassador are saying. Come to Malaysia in 2023. Dates will be announced soon. We are working and making a bumper, a super largest global women entrepreneurship summit at Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. And stay tuned to ABWCI for more updates. and to see that, how we will be transforming not only, millions of lives, but I can talk about, countries which will change, because not only country presidents will be coming, we are also inviting political leaders who are prime ministers from various countries, who are women leaders, companies, entrepreneurs, education institutions, all the stakeholders which are important for creating an ecosystem. So that's what we are talking about, because this decision of, doing this large, big international summit for women entrepreneurs is taken by both, Ambassador Camilla and Sabrina, to see that, our first global summit should be in Malaysia, where we'll be invited. So more so, this is really important. And now coming to the last question, because I don't want to leave you without asking these questions. What is your advice, Ambassador Camilla, to young entrepreneurs today?
Don't quit. Whatever you do, don't quit. There is always an answer. There's always a solution. Somebody has that solution. Somebody has the answer. But as long as you don't stop, if you stop looking for it, you will not find it. So as long as you don't quit, you will always find the solution to your business. That's how.
And a related question. I'm very happy that you are saying that don't quit. A related question. Did you at any point of your life felt that yourself, that, you have failed and somebody helped you?
Failure is a teacher. I don't use this word hardly, because everything comes as a balancing act. The universe gives you the what you call it, the success and the failure combined together. That is your teacher.
So great. No, I've got your answer, but I always feel that what you said. One is the fear. The second is don't quit. And this is really, really important for people to understand, because sometimes they start very well, but they don't finish very well. Means that, they start, but in between they get jittery. And, take the clue of COVID. In COVID, a lot of people worldwide got really jittery that will they be in a position to sustain their businesses. People who stayed on, people who used innovative techniques and innovative ideas to sustain and to work have survived. There are some people who, either they were over leveraged as such, and they were not in a position to really sustain. So what the learning is that, never quit, be there and understand the ecosystem, how it is being operated from that. And COVID has been a very big learning, because I think for our generation, this was the biggest disaster we have seen in life, because we have not seen the plague and the flu, which happened in the early 1920s. But what we saw, in 2020, the whole thinking that the world can stop working, and this can be, and world can come to a standstill, and we, got to know the world shut down. Really, it's like shut down and restarting the whole as such. And really glad that we all felt that there is a need to create ABWCI, a virtual global chamber of commerce for women entrepreneurs. Sabrina, I will not leave you. My last question to you again. What is your advice to young entrepreneurs?
I was young once, and I was also given the opportunity to make mistakes, to learn, and also capture opportunity during different platform and different industry. I believe nowadays, the generation will operate different from me and from us, but nevertheless, they ought to follow the trend. What is the trend guiding them? What is the opportunity come in front of them? The keyword is Nike. They just have to do it. Just do it. All right?
Yes. Great, Sabrina. Thank you so much. It was such lovely talking to you both. Sabrina and Ambassador Camilla. And, you know, not only your insights, your views, your advice is really valuable for all of us, but also for all of our members worldwide. You know, this show, this ABWCI dialogue is going worldwide and people are listening. I'm getting feedback from across the world to say that this is really important for us to understand what's happening in Pakistan, what's happening in India, what's happening in Nepal, in Malaysia, in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Maldives. So all different, because, you know, we were very, I say, lucky to say that, you know, with God's grace, that we got the chance to travel in different countries. But a lot of members are not in a position to, you know, travel to these countries. But through your eyes, they experience the warmth of the country like Malaysia. It's truly Asia. And that's what I say. Other thing is, I always say, you know, in my shows, you know, when you visit any country, and if you are a member of ABWCI, your guardian is your president of that country. So, you know, Sabrina, you will be receiving a lot of people, and you are guardian angel. I can say guardian angel. When I came to your country, to Malaysia last month, you were my guardian angel, from receiving me from the airport to be with me, guiding me, helping me. I really want to thank you. And I also want to put it on record that you are a super host. So, you know, thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. I'm signing off now on my 5th, you know, episode of ABWCI Dialogues. You will hear more. You will meet new personalities next time in the next episode of ABWCI Dialogues. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Sabrina. And really enjoyed talking to you, and really enjoyed the way you spoke about the energy which you had. Thank you so much, and see you very soon. And God bless you, and see you very soon in Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farooq. Thank you.